Welcome, third grade. This is lesson 103 in your math. Today, we are going to talk about putting numbers in order or ordering our numbers. I'd like you to think about this. For a long time now, we've been talking about place value or how things fit together. Thousands, hundreds, tens, ones, you've all known how to do this for a long time. This might be helpful today. You might need to work something like this out on your paper. But let's go ahead and start lesson practice, which is on page 550. Here we go. Oh, excuse me, 551. These are the years that the kids in the family were born. Okay, we've got 1998, 2002, 1976, and 1974. Lesson practice A says we should arrange these years from the earliest to the latest. So let's look at them. The earliest year would have the smallest number, and that number would be 1974. That's the smallest of these numbers. The next number would be 1976. I hope you're with me. The next one would be 1998. And the largest of these numbers is 2002. That's how we would put these numbers in order from the earliest to the latest. Let's look at B. Here we have the name of 3 counties: Blanco County, Castro County, and Archer County. Let me move the camera. Now, you might have heard about the census. The national government is doing a census to find out how many people are living in our country and how many people live in each state and each county. Well, these 3 counties have their populations written underneath, and we need to put these counties in order from the least population to the greatest. Now, letter B says, list the names of the 3 counties. So we won't be writing any numbers. We'll be writing the names of the counties. Which one has the smallest population to the largest population? Well, the number 8,285 is less than 400 and 800. So we will say Castro County comes first. I don't think you need to write the word county. Now we're looking for the next biggest one. Well, here we've got a 4, and here we've got an 8. So that would make Blanco County the next biggest county. And that would make Archer County the largest of the 3 counties. So remember that census is going to be going on this summer, and we're going to be finding out how many people live in the United States. Would you please look at letter C? Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like to waste my money. I like to make sure that I spend it wisely. Well, Robinson compared the prices he found at 3 different stores for a game that he wanted to buy. One store had the game for $18.85, another had it for $19.25, and a third had it for $17.98. It says we should arrange these prices in order from least to greatest. So here they do want the numbers. So the smallest of the prices is $17. So $17.98. Then I look at the next 2 amounts. 18 would be the next smallest, so 1885, and the largest amount would come last. That's 1925. Okay, I have a couple of videos I want you to watch. Would you please stay tuned? Thank you. Doesn't work very well with your marker board on top. Just a second.
And 824. The gator eats the one that's worth more. He looks at the place values from left to right. It's the greatest hunter's place, so he takes a big bite. It's the number that's greater. The number that least is never part of his feast. 355 and 332. The gator needs to eat the one with the greater value. He looks at the place values from left to right. Five's the greatest tens place, so he takes a big bite. It's the number that's greater. The number that's least is never part of his feast. 145 and 149. The gator needs the greater value on the number line. He looks at the place values from left to right. Nine's the greatest ones place, so he takes a big bite. Alligator, it's the number that's greater. The number that's least is never part of his feast. Now the numbers are the same on both sides. The gator wants to eat, but he can't decide. Neither is greater or less. It's a perfect tie. So the alligator writes an equal sign. The hungry alligator, it's the number that's greater. The number that's least is never part of his feast. The hungry alligator, it's the number that's greater. The number that's least is never part of his feast. If there's a line underneath the greater than sign, greater than or equal to is how to sign. It's the sign. I'll write a line underneath the less than sign. And less than or equal to is the name of the design.
Hi there. I'm an alligator, so let's keep this snappy. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that the greater than symbol goes from big to small, and it's called the greater than symbol. The less than symbol goes from small to big, and it's called the less than symbol. The larger number always goes on the open side of the angle. For example, this reads as 50 is greater than 10, and this is read as 10 is less than 50.
Visit numberrock.com for exclusive content, lesson materials, and more. Thanks for watching.
Find the greater number. In this set, there are 4 hundreds, 3 tens, and 7 ones. There are 437 blocks. In this set, there are 5 hundreds, 1 10, and 5 ones. There are 515 blocks. To compare the numbers, we compare the digits in the hundreds place. 4 is smaller than 5. 5 is greater than 4. So, 515 is greater than 437. Find the smaller number. In this set, there are 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 8 ones. There are 648 blocks. In this set, there are 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 9 blocks. To compare the numbers, we start by comparing the digits in the hundreds place. 6 is the same as 6. The digits are the same. So, we move on to compare the digits in the tens place. 4 is equal to 4. The digits are the same. So, we move on to compare the digits in the ones place. 8 is smaller than 9. So 648 is smaller than 649.
All right, we're going to go to our last
Hi, learners.
video.
I have a problem that I need to solve, and I need your help. Elliot is my partner for the science fair. For our project, we had to collect a bunch of leaves. I collected 235 leaves, and Elliot
We'll try this one.
Hey friends, today we're going to review what we've learned in class about comparing and ordering numbers. And it is truly just as simple as remembering to make a place value chart. So let's get started. In this problem, we are going to compare 35,698 to 35,689. We're trying to figure out how these numbers compare to each other. I always start by making a rectangle and then drawing my place value chart. So the first thing I do when I'm drawing my chart is I divide the chart in half for my thousands period and my units period. Then I remember that each one needs 3 columns. So now I have 3 columns for my thousands period and 3 for my units. So I can label the chart ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s. Now, the only work I have left to do are 2 things. First, I need to put the numbers in the chart. So I'm going to start with this number here. I'm going to start with the ones place to make sure I have it lined up. So the 8 goes in the ones place, the 9 in the tens, 6 goes in hundreds, 5 is in the 1,000s, and 3 is in the 10,000s. Great. Now I'm going to fill in this number. Has a 9 in the ones, 8 in the tens, 6 in the hundreds, 5 in the 1,000s, and 3 in the 10,000s. Now I can get to work about comparing the numbers. I always start with the large place value when I'm comparing numbers. When I compare the 3 in the 10,000s and the 3 in the 10,000s, I know that they are equal. So I move to the next place over. Here, both are 5s in the 1,000s. Those are both equal as well. So I move over to the hundreds place. Again, I have a 6 in the hundreds in both numbers. Those are equal as well. Now I move over to the tens column. I notice here that the numbers are different, so I can compare them. The 9 in this number is 90, and the 8 in this number is 80 because it's in the tens place. I know that the 9 in the tens place is greater. So I automatically know that the top number here, 35,698, is the larger number. So I can complete my comparison. Up top, 35,698 is greater than 35,689. Let's try another one. Again, I start out with my place value chart. I need 3 columns in the thousands, and I need 3 columns in the units period. This is ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000s, 10,000s, and 100,000s. Now you know what to do next. I just simply place the numbers in the chart, starting with the ones. I'm just filling it in. And now I'll fill in the second number right below it. Excellent. Now I can start to look at each place value. Remember, I start with the largest place values. The one in both the 100,000s place are equal. Same as the 10,000s place, those are equal. And the 1,000s place are equal. But I notice when I get to the hundreds place, there's a 0 in the hundreds place, and there's a 2 in the hundreds place. I know that 200 is more than 0. So I know that this bottom number is the greater number. So to fill in my number sense above, 121,016 is less than 121,249. Now let's try a problem where we have more than 2 numbers. It's still the same. We still start with the same place value chart. I divided it in 2 for the thousands period and the units period, and I still need 3 columns on each side. Remember, this is ones, tens, hundreds. Then I have 1,000s, 10,000s, and 100,000s. The next step is still the same. I simply fill in the numbers. I'll start with this one. Now I'll do the next number right below it, making sure
little friend?
each place is in the right place on the chart. And the last number. Still making sure everything's lined up, everything in the correct place. When I'm comparing more than one number, I just still have to make sure I start with the larger place values. As you can see here, the 7s in the 10,000s, they're all equal. When I go to the 1,000s place, I notice there's something different. I have a 6 and a 6 and a 5. So I already know something about this. I know that 5,000 is less than the other 2 numbers. So I know that this number is the least number. It's the smallest. So now I'm just going to look at the top and bottom number because I already know that the one in the center is the least. Okay, so let's keep going and look in the hundreds column. I'm comparing the 0 in the hundreds to the 1 in the hundreds. Well, I know that the 1 is greater because that's 100. So I know that this number is the greatest number. So if I know that this center number is the least, and I know that the last number is the greatest, I now know that this one is in the middle. So I have ordered them. I can put them in order from least to middle to greatest, or I could go greatest to middle to least. Great job today, guys. Remember, the key to comparing and ordering numbers is to always go back to your place value chart and make sure that you're comparing the correct place values to one another. You're going to do a great job. Keep practicing.
All right, 3rd grade, we're ready to talk about our assignment. Up in the corner, would you please write our reminders? Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. All right, number 1, I'd like you to read that very carefully. Number 2, you are going to draw a geometric shape Number 3 and number 4, long division, my dear third graders. Be careful. Number 5, you're going to write a capital D and draw a line of symmetry for it. Number 6, you're going to compare an inch ruler to a metric ruler. Okay, some of your rulers have both the metric and the standard inch on it. Read this question carefully and compare those for me. Number 7, we're going to figure out how many textbooks can go on 2 shelves. So you're going to divide 25 by 2. Or you can just think, if I have 25 books, can they go on the shelves equally? Well, think about that. We can divide by 2 evenly if we're dividing an even number. Think about 25. How does that work out? Number 7 and number 8, you are dividing again. Remember how to set this up, long division. Or you might just remember 7 times what is 84? Think about it. Number 10, you are going to arrange these numbers. Please read carefully to see what order they want them in. 11, you are going to read it carefully, work out a problem, and write your answer in words. Number 12, we're collecting cans for recycling. Read carefully and find out how many cans Nadia collected. And we're estimating, so we'll use the word about. Number 13, you are going to draw for me. Make sure your measurement is correct. Check it twice. And then think, how many inches is it all the way around the rectangle? Number 14, solve for A. Number 15, number 14B, solve for C. Number 15, you are going to remember that when we multiply with the 0, we can bring that straight down and save ourselves a little bit of work. Number 16, draw a cube and then a rectangular prism. Think about how they are alike and how they are different. Write an answer for us. Number 17, you are going to be you're going to be dividing, but not long division. Number 18, do the parentheses first. Number 19, Chandra is going to go on a run. She's running 3 kilometers. You need to think about how many meters are in a kilometer. That's a very important question. How many kilometers are in, how many meters are in a kilometer? All right, make sure you label that answer. And number 20, you're going to be looking at the numbers in group A and group B. This isn't a really hard answer. In fact, it's so simple, you might think it's a hard answer. But look at those numbers. How are they different? How are the numbers in group A written compared to the numbers in group B? It's really a simple answer. Please read carefully, check your work. Get ready to turn this in with the work on May 17th. Good luck, third grade.